Brews and Banner Podcast. What up? Welcome to Brews and Banner Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the Legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I got water, I got juice or whatever. It's like, y'all need twin legs? Matter of fact, I do.
My question to everybody is, does Delaware have an actual culture? This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world. Politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair. Yeah, check 1 2 1 2 1 2. About to get in my bag, Let's go.
DJ Clue is in the building.
DJ Boo.
Clowning.
Bruising. Banter.
Definitely bruising. Hey.
Yeah, shout out to all the fat boys.
He's silly, boy.
What up? Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast, where the topic is the rockin' and the brew. That'd be the fuel. I'm your host, Rob G, and with me, as always.
Come on, you know you're going to make him laugh if you laugh, Yoda. Stop.
That wasn't me. That was Lou.
Yeah, that
was it? He was moving his shoulders. He was doing this.
Had the weirdest smile.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Man, y'all thought that was a weird smile. This is my regular smile. That was my cheese.
Yeah, that was a cheese. Nigga. That was a I just won $1 million smile.
Right. Well, what up, fellas? How's everyone today?
What is going on, everyone? How are you guys?
I feel luxurious.
Long time no see. Luxurious.
Luxurious. Luxurious.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I guess
we using that. You use an adjective to describe, how you feel and how you doing.
I feel
right.
I mean,
beautiful.
I'll go with I'll go with that traditional wonderful. I feel wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful.
That is traditional.
All that good stuff.
Yes.
Oh shit! I thought Lou had the Robert syndrome. I thought that shit was fading on us, but he was moving it.
I had a lazy arm. I thought
the neck was getting tired. It was just.
Oh. Talk about remember when your camera joint used to slide down your frame.
I was making fun of me.
But Lou,
I was like this.
But Lou was moving it.
Ooh, I see you in your green.
Yo, I seen him move his hat. He moved his hat, so I was like, let me lazy my thing up.
Lil, I'm jealous.
You should be. Yours is on the way, man. I got you, bro.
I know, but I should have got the green. Black History. It's my birthday in the week in the green. I should have got that joint. Oh,
you should have.
Express order after today.
You should.
It's
all right.
Express order. Hopefully.
All right, gentlemen. This is episode 110 of Bruising Banter Podcast.
Woo! We ain't quite 112.
Not 112.
Where the plans 12?
Yeah, where the plans there. But this is volume something another of our social distancing series. At this point,
it's like 47.
That sounds wrong. I think it's like 37, 38. I think it's still.
It's not,
you
man.
think it should be higher? If you
it was like last March. Last March was like 63.
Right. Well,
like 40. Go ahead, look at it right now.
I'm putting it to bed like
put it to
Jay
bed.
Holiday.
Put it to bed. It's not
like Jay Holiday.
Ew, don't do that.
Well,
don't hit wonder us. Don't.
This is volume 37. This is volume 37.
Oh, word. Man, I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I am. Go ahead.
I I can't keep up with the shit. So I don't
know. When it comes down to it, doesn't matter. It's been a long time. COVID sucks. I miss you guys. I would love to share beers. It hasn't been a Lou Belgium segment in a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll just cheers virtually in the air.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's coming. People getting their vaccines popping. And
every day.
COVID cases are going down.
Vaccine popping.
If you in Texas, if we lived in Texas, we'd be already there. We're good.
No mask and all.
Yo, real small. It's like 16 states that's doing that.
Already.
Like no mask thing. Yeah, like they taking this no mask mandate.
That wears masks. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm gonna just wear my mask all the time. Me too. I'm gonna wear it all the time. People.
Doubling up.
Yo, Michael Jackson knew this shit was gonna happen before we did. He used to wear masks all the time.
Did.
Definitely did.
I was like, why the hell he doing that? Now I know.
What?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Like I said, this is volume 37 of our social distancing series. So when we have our social distancing series, we got guests, illustrious. Some might say.
Yes.
I guess me and Deezus and Mero.
Y'all the ones that use that?
I guess. I might have probably got in my head one day because I had just watched it and it got stuck. But we do always have a special guest on our social distancing series, and we have one today. We have a guitarist with us who has played with some of the heavy hitters in the industry, like. Name your favorite artist. No, I'm just
Beyonce.
There you go.
Yeah, you know she all about that girl band.
Lizzo.
Oh,
see,
and one of my favorite artists, St. John. They were performing on Ellen. I saw it.
Yeah, and it was a dope performance.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah. So without further ado, I will bring to the podcast
to the stage. Right? It's only appropriate that you say stage.
Okay, bring her to the stage. The one and only
to the shit show.
Oh man, is she ready? Is she prepared?
I don't know about that.
She just left.
Thank you.
Oh my!
Thank you,
she weren't ready for the shit show. I'm sorry, guys.
Without further ado, I present to you Ari O'Neal.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I can already tell what kind of interview this is about to be. This is about to be crazy.
Just that
full of laughs.
Just who? Just me?
Yeah, just you.
All of y'all.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not the crazy.
I like what Rob said. I like how Rob said it. You be the judge after the end. There
you go.
Gotcha.
If we see you jump out while we talking to you, you just disappeared, then we know that
you know what's up.
It was too much. It was too crazy of a train ride.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't know. I think if you work in business, I think we're probably pretty tame. I would say. I think we're pretty good. We cool, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I think
you'll have to be the judge at the end. You'll judge us at the end.
We'll see.
Find out.
I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
Awesome.
We made an interesting first impression.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Wow. Right.
All right. Set the tone. Let's do it.
Set the tone.
Yo, skip the survey at the end of the call. Don't.
Right. Do not send.
Gotcha.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah. We want to thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yes.
We ask a lot of different questions, but we like you see, we are a free flowing podcast. But before we always get started, we always like to know what people are sipping on, if they're drinking anything. So if you are drinking before we get into everything, I need to know. Nope, not that button. What are we drinking today?
Okay.
So are you drinking something today?
Oh,
my goodness.
Oh, that good silver. Quick silver. Cheers to that.
And that is not a shot with that glass. That big ass glass. No way.
No, she's drinking. She is drinking tequila.
So along with drinking that tequila, tell us a little bit why that might be your favorite drink or your drink of choice today.
Well, I have a friend who's a photographer. His name is Tayo, and he has recently been shooting a lot of really, really cool people. So he actually dates my pro fight. And I asked him a couple of years ago to take some photos of me for, social media or whatever. Literally, like a year later, he's taking pictures of Saweetie and all these rappers and movie stars, and he just blew up. So as like a little promotion that Patron is doing for Black History Month, they're giving out like these gift boxes of Patron and like sweaters and socks and stuff, and he sent me a box. So
awesome! Oh man, connections.
Right,
connections right there.
Look at
the hair on that. Look at the hair on that.
Yeah, I get to be a part of the clique.
I'm so special. So special. Right. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's a good drink though. Good drink of choice.
Yeah. That's a grown man's drink right here. I felt that one in my chest a little bit.
Yeah, I know you did. I saw she was like,
she did. She did. She definitely did.
Right.
She ain't speak on it till later. That's good though. Way to speak on it later. Yeah. If you wouldn't have said nothing, we wouldn't have known. You took that like a
Thank you. I'm growing. See, I'm just getting out of the college phase where you just pick up anything that gets you drunk. Because now I just turned 27, so it's like I'm not recovering the same way I used to. So I gotta,
I need that top shelf. I need that top shelf stuff.
Yeah, I gotta grow up.
I got you.
Yeah, please go to sleep without the hangover vibes. Yeah,
exactly.
Drink stuff without a plastic bottle. Don't drink the plastic bottle liquor no more.
There we go.
I think that's relative to everybody's palate here on the podcast. You know, our palates have graduated to craft brew, to specialty brews, things that aren't just your quick everyday kind of just quick buy, grab in the store, that you see on the commercial. So it fits.
Yeah, we all grown.
Yeah, we grown. We grown.
All right. Well, we know she's drinking Patron because she grown. See what I did?
That's right.
That's it. Damn,
I like that. That's a tweet.
There you go.
Please don't tweet that.
That's a tweet. That's a tweet for Father's Day. Tweet that on Father's Day.
I'll give it to my dad.
I don't know.
Yeah. They're gonna be like, who dad? Who dad? They're gonna be like, oh, your dad got your phone.
Well,
right.
I was
yo, girl, your profile had been hacked.
You didn't.
I'm 42, so that
and we know now.
Yeah, it do work.
After that joke, Dad.
I liked it. It's okay to me. Maybe I'm cheesy. I like it.
As long as the guest likes it, it works.
Yeah, you win.
That's true.
You definitely win. You win.
Cheers. Cheers.
Mm-hmm. All right, Lou, what are you drinking today?
Today I am drinking Brooklyn Brewery. They have their Bel Air Sour. Here it is. Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Bel Air Sour.
Look at that. Look at that pink and green can.
Oh.
Turquoise-ish.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Nope. That wasn't even Nope. It's a 5.8 alcohol by volume. This is brewed by the Brooklyn Brewery out of Utica, New York. It looks like this in the glass. It is a sour for real. I'm gonna just have one, guys.
Oh,
okay.
It's not. Sours ain't great. Like sometimes I don't like them all, and I don't like this one that much. I would definitely like to try another one, but not today.
Gotcha.
Cheers.
All right, Dev, what you drinking on?
That's a dump it in the sink.
I could drink the can, but
you can't do that.
Don't give me the second one. I don't need this. I don't want the second one. I don't want the second one.
Sorry.
So
Gary.
I am drinking Equilibrium Brewing's out of Middletown, New York. I'm drinking their Governing Forces, which is a double IPA. You can see by the art on the can. It's a bit futuristic. Sorry, it's a little glare.
What is that? A bee? But is that a wasp or a bee?
I would say it's like a. What is that? I don't know. Some type of insect. I'm only gonna give you an insect.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give you a specific, but it's definitely not a. It's not a bee. It's not a bee. However, this is coming in at 8.0%. 8.0%.
8.0%.
How much have you had already? 8.0.
Oh, I have been drinking all day today because our podcast would normally be at 1. So I've been drinking since 1 p.m.
Sidebar.
I started at 1.
I thought the podcast started at 1 until about 12:30. I've been drinking since 1.
I've been drinking.
Yeah, I've been drinking.
So my neighbor and I, we crushed a quad L, a crowler already.
Oh, so that was pretty high. That was probably high.
Yeah,
right?
It was not 9%. Shout out to First State. Just got the first taste of one of their quad L's today. So shout out to them. But nice. Back to this good double IPA. That's the color of it right there, and you definitely taste the citrus in there. So for me, it's definitely a pass me another. I'm a big fan of IPAs and definitely those doubles. Cheers.
Gotcha. Cheers. All right, yo, what are you drinking on today?
So I'm drinking this joint by way of and somebody else. Who was it? Beer Talk.
That's
now.
Cajun, ain't it?
Beer Talk.
Beer Talk.
No,
that's Beer Talk now.
That's Beer Talk now.
Nah, this is actually from who was this from? The Rare Barrel? Is that the company? Okay, yeah, that's the name of the company. Okay.
Goodness.
The Rare Barrel.
How long have you been doing this?
Chopped and screwed.
I don't know if we always like this, but
no, he was drinking that one too, and he just
you know what happened? You know what? This the crazy part is that this is the first thing I drink all day today. Mm-hmm. But this is a sour sangria style beer. This is a 10.2%.
Wow, 10. That's a lot packed into that.
I didn't expect it to be 10.2. That's like, that's real high. But this is what it looks like.
That's grown man for that joint.
It's winey. Is it what? Is it winey? Is it winey fruit?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a little. Okay. It probably has like fruit, hints of fruit too, because sangria. I would assume like hints.
It has sangria in there. Sangria. Yeah. It tastes kind of like sangria, but with beer mixed in it.
Gotcha.
It's good. Gotcha. It's pretty good. It's good.
Okay.
I would pass another. This smells just like sangria though.
Okay.
Sangria. Okay.
That's always
good.
That's always good. Yeah. That smell.
Yeah.
Hey Rob.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What would you happen to be drinking on for this episode?
Yes. I am glad you asked, Blue. I think I heard Devin ask me as well. I am drinking Aslan Beer Company's with a baseball bat. This is a
nice.
I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there you go.
And you can't beat that with a bat.
With a baseball
bat. What's that? A peanut and a
strawberry and a banana?
It's an India Pale Ale brewed with peanut butter and strawberries.
Oh, that's probably banging.
Was that a banana in there, or that was just a bat?
That was the bat.
Look at that joint.
Banana had the bat, but there it is right there in my
look at that cup. Look at that joint.
There it is.
Yeah, we having fun. We're gonna have fun on this pod today.
What that tastes like?
It is delicious. I mean, you can taste the peanut butter, you can taste the strawberries. I didn't think it was gonna be good, but when I was like, I gotta try it.
Right, definitely try it for sure.
You one candy or did you 4-packing?
There you go.
I think this is my last one for sure. I think.
You went through 4 cans, huh?
It's delicious. This is out of Herndon, New York, and Alexandria. New York, Virginia, Alexandria, Virginia, and Herndon, Virginia. So it's definitely good. So I will give it past me another as well.
Past another. I'm about to say, Rob, I just did a beer swap with you, and you didn't put that in my box. I'm a little.
Well, because I knew I was drinking this one today.
Yeah, he ain't have enough for you. It wasn't part of the. It wasn't part of the trade.
What part of the deal?
He ain't make no mistake. He had one left. He's like, I'm drinking this tonight.
Right.
Well, I gave him the I gave him the strawberry and chocolate joint.
Yeah, you did. You did
joint.
give me the strawberry.
Look, he got what you wanted to give him.
Thank you, Rob.
That's what a beer swap is.
Right.
Yeah,
I got 2 beers actually today because I also have from Cigar City. It's the Maduro Brown Ale, right there from Cigar City.
Look at that.
5.5% ABV. Since you're breaking out tequila, I gotta double up on my beers.
Okay, yeah.
Oh man,
Right. Growing with the Patron. Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
I got more.
What'd you say?
I mean,
I don't know. Lose frozen
And
Be
choppy.
back now.
Oh, okay.
What?
All right, Lou.
Bro, I've been with okay.
Look at the shoulder. Look at the shoulder laugh. The shoulder laugh.
She took it. Oh, look at her. She breathing hard now. She took the
She getting comfortable now. She comfortable
This
now.
grown man shit over here. This grown man shit over here.
Nice.
If we wait long enough, this show can get really out of hand.
Right, yeah. Put some more in that glass. Go ahead.
Like,
I'm scared.
Well,
I'm just
she
kidding.
said it.
I'm just kidding.
She gonna be on here. I fuck the guitar. I hate playing.
How about we tell you now, Ari, if you have not ordered through DoorDash, get you some food. Get you a meal. Get you order
It's
some
on
food.
the way. It's on the
see,
way.
there you go.
It's on the way.
Have that bass covered.
Trust me, we good over here.
Good.
All right, so it sounds like everybody has something nice to sip on as we go through this interview. Like I said, it is free flowing, but we will let you have the floor and tell us all about who you are,
Ari O'Neal,
where you at, where you been, where you going, how you living, where you did, how you going, how I felt. I'm just joking.
Now let the
I was waiting for you to hit the high note.
Amen.
I was inspired by Coming to America too, I guess.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
Get out. Oh my God.
I heard
Such a good movie.
Yeah, it was. It was better than I expected. So without further ado, we have Ari O'Neal. Miss Fender? Is that Miss Fender? Is that right? Miss Fender?
Miss Fender, yep.
Once again, I want to thank you for coming on the podcast. So now, after the applause, the floor is yours.
Hey, she about this. She about
what? Like, where do I start? Like, I was born somewhere, and what?
Where were you born? Where were you born?
Yeah, where are you from?
Oh, don't
okay.
Born by the river.
It don't matter where you start.
That's where I was born. I was born in Tacoma Park, Maryland.
Okay.
Grew up in PG County all my life. I'm still in PG County. I'm in Clinton right now. Before the Panorama, I was.
We got another one. Don't say Pacific.
Remixed it.
Before the Panorama, I was pretty much bi-coastal from LA to PG County. So that's where I am right now. I've been playing guitar since I was 10. Started off at Music and Arts Center. Only reason why I started playing is because I heard Pick Up the Pieces by the Average White Band. And I really liked the rhythm guitar. I thought that was really tight. But we grew up with my grandparents because, we had a lot of financial troubles. I'm the second oldest of 9. Same mom, same dad. Yeah.
Okay. Big family.
Huge. I want 5 babies. So.
Okay. I bet that changed after like
you say that now because you don't got no kids.
I know, right? I'm so hopeful. But I don't know if this is TMI, but they were talking about how like some women when they give birth, like they like sometimes they shit on themselves when they give birth, and then like their vagina kind of like rips a little bit. And then I'm like, it must be horrible having sex afterwards. It's like throwing a hot dog down the freeway. So I'm saying I want 5 right now. I say 5 right now, but if it's gonna be like that, you know what? I'm cool with 2. I'm cool with 2.
All right. No. Wow, that was graphic.
Y'all talked about me. Y'all talked about
me.
I get it. It's not right. But yeah, we all have kids. We've all experienced that. or some version.
We have not experienced what she is talking about.
Excuse me. I was talking about the shitting and the ripping and the surgical fixing.
So everyone who has a kid, raise your hand if she shat on herself when she gave birth.
Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
One. Yeah.
Raise your hand if her vagina ripped.
Nope.
I didn't check.
My ex-wife.
I didn't check.
My ex-wife had a C-section. She had a C-section, so it wasn't a chance. See? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah, we never mind.
You don't count.
It wasn't our fault this time. It was not our fault this time.
It was not our fault that this was
right. Our guest went off the rails.
Sorry.
He said, "Oh, I'm turning it into my interview."
Right.
I got a question for you. So, have you ever tried to throw a hot dog down the freeway?
I haven't, but I'm just saying, like. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's what I picture.
Well, isn't that reason why it takes like 6 weeks before you're supposed to have sex with your wife again? Isn't that part of the reason?
6 weeks.
Yeah. After you have birth, you're supposed to wait some time. You're not supposed to be just start fucking right away. No,
I know shit.
You gotta recover.
6 weeks. You want all them kids that don't know shit about that,
right?
So you got to wait.
And you know what?
You got to wait.
My mom,
you have to
when
wait
she had
a while.
all of my younger siblings, like I was there, like changing the diapers. I've been through the process of helping with the baby afterward, but I've never been in the delivery room. So yeah,
right.
Yeah,
right. Just mom and dad, you know.
But yeah, it's a month to 2 months before. Am I right, fellas? Like it was with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it depends because I mean that's how our twins get here. Because some people don't wait, some people just go,
right. Exactly. Yeah.
I imagine.
I think it's for the recovery of the woman, though. I think it's so the woman can recover.
Well, it ain't got nothing to do with the dude. Who else is going?
Yo, no lie.
I was fine. I gained a couple pounds, but you know,
I was just gonna comment and say I imagine that after 9 kids, your dad's hand is crushed from holding your mom's hand in that delivery room. After all those pushes.
That could have went so many different ways. I had no idea.
Me too.
I know. I was holding my breath because the jokes that we receive for being a big family are awful. Like I'm not even gonna repeat some of that.
No,
shit.
yeah.
Also,
Now you got to
repeat the worst one. The one that you think is the worst. Repeat
at least 6 of them.
K plus 8.
At least 6 of them.
Y'all got K plus 8 beat.
First of all.
Nah, K plus 8 did it in like one shot. Don't K plus 8.
Yeah, they did it in one shot.
True. That's right.
Her shit was really fucked up. Okay, so that was See, this was a what do you call it? This was sequential. Okay,
it was staggered.
This was a long term family love affair. That's what y'all had.
Yeah.
This was not a scheme.
But wait, you got to give at least one of the jokes that you heard about having a big family.
Oh yeah,
man, your dad pull-out game weak.
Oh, yeah,
that is true.
That's fact. That's fact.
You have to stop.
That's not even a joke, but that's not a joke though. Is that a joke?
You know what? I don't even care. It's done. You asked for one, you got it. It's over.
It's over.
That's it. Done.
But that's fact. So I get it. I understand that. That is fact though. So
yeah.
Shout out to your dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to your moms.
Absolutely.
Look, and you know what? While we at it, shout out to your brothers and sisters. And this is a day and age where you don't have big families like that, so y'all help.
I know that's true.
I love my family. I really
for
do.
sure.
So,
that's dope.
So remind me? Did you say you're the oldest of the 9?
I'm the second oldest, but I might as well be the oldest.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
you want to know?
That's shade to the oldest. That's real shade. So I guess the oldest won't be listening to this anymore.
No, she knows what it is. She's the more. She was more free. Okay, whatever and I wish like we were like if we were one person, we'd be the perfect girl. Like she's the one who will go out there, say what's on her mind. She's gonna do what she wants to do. You cannot tell her she's not gonna do something. Me, because we were all homeschooled. So I only went to 2nd and 3rd grade. Wow. So all through elementary school, high school, we were homeschooled. So I was like the weird homeschool kid who was scared of everything, did everything mommy and daddy said to do. I didn't have any friends. that was me. And then when I went to college, I was like, whoa, this is what?
That's fucked up.
Bust it.
Look, it was quick.
Right.
And earlier she said her pro fight, so you know she got down with Greek life, so she probably was really taking it down.
Yeah.
Neo Summer was amazing. I'll say that.
Yeah, she had a good time.
Yo, so you being
well, I don't even think she didn't even finish her introduction. She wants
Oh yeah.
She didn't even got to. That's fine. But because I was going to ask, is there anybody else that plays instruments in your family since with a family that big?
Gotta be.
So I'm the only one who does it now, but my little sister, she used to play bass. My older sister is actually the reason why I really, really got started, because originally I wanted to play cello because I love classical music because of my grandmother. But, you know, we only had music and arts center money. Actually, my uncle was the one who paid for the lessons because we couldn't afford it. But my sister was already playing guitar, so I'm like, well, I might as well do it too. But she quit after 2 weeks, and I kept going. Then my brothers played drums. My little sister, she still plays bass. Like, we used to play together. She would play bass, I play guitar. And then everybody else, like all my sisters, and then they're all dancers. My mom was a dancer. Everybody's a dancer.
Okay.
Some of my brothers were dancers too.
Got it.
Oh, nice.
So performing arts all run through the veins.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Back home in the Virgin Islands, my dad was like in a reggae band. He would sing and all that kind of stuff. So
good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had to come from somewhere. That's dope.
Virgin Islands. You said the Virgin Islands, right? You did say Virgin Islands, right?
Yeah, my dad is Puerto Rican and Dominican, and he grew up in the Virgin Islands.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
so are you dual language?
Hell no. He says that it's the crazy part.
Are you mad about that?
Yes, it's his fault. Like he talks like that around so he works at an auto shop. He has his own auto shop with the people at the auto shop, with his side of the family, but he doesn't talk like that with us. And then like he just never taught us. And then he has the nerve to say like, yeah, my real family is in the spaceship in the sky. They're my American family. I'm my American. He calls me his American child. Like, and his real family is somewhere in space. His real family is in space saying, Daddy, please save me.
How you was homeschooled and they didn't even teach you the language? Come on, they could have did.
My dad worked 2 jobs 7 days a week. So
he was like,
no time.
He was like
doing the homeschool.
He was like, and look, I'm just making up your mom's name, Helen. You better take care of these kids.
He actually wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom.
There you go. I got a business to run, girl.
Hello. He's like, you do this. I got this. Go team.
I mean, that's cool though. Like traditional, 2-parent home music. I see why. I mean, it almost kind of reminds you like kind of the Jackson 5 story, but obviously different. But it's like if you have that big of a family, obviously you have to do what you have to do to keep everybody together, but also figure out a way to to unify everybody. So why not music? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like with Black people in general, music just means so much anyway. Yeah. Like wake up, drive to work to it, everything. Yeah. Every day, all day. It's just part of our culture anyway. So it was bound to happen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if it's like that in white homes. Like if it's the same way.
Probably some, maybe not all.
What do they listen to? Some, I don't know, banjo.
Well, no, there's some white members that listen to that.
I could just think of people clogging like on that Geico commercial doing that.
Oh, the instruments this nigga couldn't pick, you chose the banjo.
Darn.
I think that's the whitest guitar. Is that the whitest guitar?
That's the one.
I come from Alabama with the banjo on my head.
Wow.
That is super Caucasian.
Wow.
That's why that's the first thing I thought of. But,
oh my god.
Moving on.
So we've known a lot so far. I mean it's about 30 minutes in, but we know that she wants to have 5 children. She's from a family of 9.
She knows her vagina will rip now, and she will poop herself.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
She learned that it's going to take at least 6 to get back in there. It's going to take 6 weeks to get back in there for second, third,
learn
fourth,
something
and fifth.
new.
There you go.
Out of commission.
Yeah. I mean, but it's I guess it's more about your pain tolerance, but we'll move on.
So I have a question more of the artist side of Ari O'Neal. Like, how have you marketed yourself, not actually being a guitarist, right? It's different for I can't say that it's different, but tell us how it's different maybe from being like a singer of a genre or singing like R&B and things like that. Like, how have you had to kind of market yourself just as a guitarist to the public?
And do you sing as well?
I do sing a little bit, but I'm not great at it. Like, I can carry a tune, but it's not something that I like.
So your ear is good. You can hear it and you can kind of hum it and that kind of thing.
If you want me to do a little doo-wop pop pop, I can
you
do that.
You keep the guitar close by because you might give the fans a little bit on this episode because it's free flowing as we told you.
No, these on. I got these on for the weekend. I'll pop these off tomorrow. Pop these off tomorrow so I can practice.
So the question though is, so the question though is, artistry wise, like as a guitarist, like how did you have to market yourself to the public? Just to kind of get your music out there, get your talent out there.
It kind of changed. Like when I started doing like videos and stuff when I was 16, because I saw that's what everybody else was doing. I kind of
like YouTube.
Like YouTube, Facebook, because Facebook was popping and it was kind of just me following what everybody else was doing who was really being put on. So I was doing the videos or whatever from home, and I'd be in regular clothes, but then I'll see, okay, well, they got makeup on, maybe I should do a little makeup. Well, they're playing a little more like what are these people playing? And at the time I was really heavy into jazz, but I noticed like a lot of the people who were getting the big tours and stuff like that and like really were playing everything and popular stuff. And people who don't play, or who aren't as well versed in music, some people don't understand like some of the stuff that goes on in jazz. So it gets kind of frustrating listening to that music. Whereas if you play like a Bruno Mars song or Beyonce or something like that, they're like, oh yeah, I know that song. You're really good. But if you break out some Joe Paz, Wes Montgomery, or some Miles Davis, like, what the hell is that?
Right.
So I just kind of followed the wave. And also like being a girl, like, guys, like, hello, I'm cute.
Underestimating it.
Oh, you are?
Who said?
Who told you that?
I'm just saying.
Claim the fame.
I'm not no Halle Berry or nothing. I'm not, not ugly.
Nah, you all right. You all right.
I'm all right. I got a little something.
Right. So,
you
gotta look like her.
Like who? Halle Berry?
Don't insult Halle Berry like that. But I just feel like, a lot of the guys are running the industry, whether it's MD, people who are the musicians. Other than like Prince and Beyonce, like at the time, it wasn't really a lot of popping like female bands or female musicians, like unless they were artists themselves. So in order to stand out, you really have to be able to play. So play the popular stuff and, show them that you can really do some work on the guitar, but also, do your makeup, show a little titty, like,
sex appeal.
Yeah, like you need to give them what they want. So, because I feel like with a lot of the girls that are like, or with some of the girls that I played with, like they want the gigs, they want to do all this stuff, they want to tour, but it's like, you can't be walking up in here, and your eyebrows looking crazy and your hair is looking stupid. Like people are paying to come to the show to see you play. So they want to hear you play or whatever. But I know that if I look good, I'll probably get more gigs. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but it's true. Like the last gig I did with St. John, literally they were like, okay, we need a beautiful girl who plays. Don't care. Didn't even ask me to play anything. Didn't check to see if I was tight.
Yeah,
like,
what if you sucked?
Right.
What if I sucked? They didn't give me no music, no nothing. They were just like, yeah, we need a beautiful girl who plays. But thankfully, it was my homeboy who I did on the Run tour with Beyonce and Jay-Z. He was playing for Jay-Z's band at the time. So he knew I could play. Okay. But if it was somebody else, they would have just been like, yeah, we need a beautiful girl who can play guitar.
Right.
It just so happens I can play as well. But sometimes those gigs will do that, We just need somebody who looks good. Right. So I feel like that's kind of been the strategy. Like, just look good, play popular music, but play it like the guys do. Like, don't be scared, play some stuff, and just keep posting. You got to be consistent so people can see, like, your resume. I treat Instagram and all my social media like a resume.
Now, going back to, I guess, not when you first started, but like during college, like, was your major like music? Was it like that was your plan to be a guitarist, or was there something?
Yo,
you were doing
no
something
lie,
else?
like I auditioned for the music program, and these white niggas told me
they can't be white niggas.
Yes, they can be. Yes, they can be. Yeah, absolutely.
They definitely can be.
Yeah. Go ahead.
By this story, I know they about to be too.
Yep.
Hello, these white niggas told me, yeah, that was good, but I think you'd be better off at Howard.
Oh, whoa!
I said, come here and say, what?
Whoa!
What? Are you going to tell? No.
They said you'd be better off at
Howard. What did you play? Can you tell us what you played?
It was for the jazz program. So we had to read. I was sucked at reading. And then we had to do a finger style piece. So that's like guitar by itself. And then we had to do a piece where it was a track playing and guitar. And that's what I did. But they didn't like it. They didn't like me. They said, okay, that was good, but I think you'd be better off at Howard. And that was it. I didn't get in. And crazy enough, the Performing Arts Center ended up doing a piece on me after I did Coachella about how I came to school. And they're so proud of me. And I was
right. White niggas. You hold white niggas. Dev, is that a white nigga story, Dev? That's a white nigga story.
That is white nigga story.
Man, fuck them.
Right. Now she only answer calls from Howard. Oh yeah, you want me to speak at your school?
Exactly.
I
won't even charge them. But meanwhile, over here, oh yeah, y'all
arms and legs.
I'm gonna charge them for what I didn't charge Howard. That's what.
Hello.
Pay that fee too.
Yes.
Dummies.
What's been the hardest part about playing for like major people in the industry? Like, are some people like buttholes or what?
I've only had to deal with one butthole. Actually, no. I've only had to deal with one butthole artist, and most of the time it's like, I mean, it's people. Like, it just feels like at work, like you have people that you like and some people that you don't really fuck with. Yeah. It's literally the same thing.
Just different industry.
It's just a different industry. It's the same thing. But I've only had one butthole
You don't have to tell them. You don't have to tell us who they were, but unless you want to. But what did they do?
I mean, that person they sing.
Okay.
What song?
Come on.
You about to be caught
Hey, she might
what did they you can say what they did though. You can tell us what they did. What made them a butthole?
But then they know who she's talking about. Like they
might not think that. I know. Y'all, I still gotta work, y'all.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Tell us when we get done. You can tell us when we're not recording.
I hate working with people who just have attitudes. Like, they have the attitude that you think Beyonce would have, but Beyonce doesn't even have that attitude.
Right.
Like,
and can have it if she wants.
And she can have it if she wants. She can have it if she wants to, but she does. Like, she's so cool as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
If your name is not Beyonce, Giselle knows you cannot talk to me this way. You cannot treat other people like they are beneath you. You cannot try to cheat me out of money because you think I need exposure. Like, my first tour ever was with Beyonce and Jay-Z. You can't tell me shit about it.
Explain that call.
How do you go higher than that, dude?
How did that all come together? That was your
first
tour?
That's a good question.
Because I know. I
want to backtrack from that
because I've been trying to tour with Jay-Z since like It's like 2001,
Listen,
and I still
I've
ain't.
been trying to be a Beyonce groupie since 1997, and it ain't working out for me
hard
either.
enough. You ain't working hard enough. You trying
Listen,
to be a Beyonce groupie because you wasn't around
you
enough.
could definitely be part of the Beehive.
Listen, man, I've been trying. Y'all leave me alone. I don't want to be a part of the Beehive. I want to be a part of the Beyonce. I want to be a part of Beyonce.
So Ari, let's set this up. So I imagine that you have an agent or someone who's working on your behalf to actually connect you at that level for that to be your first tour. Am I correct?
My sister.
Possibly? Okay. So your sister, she's your agent, she's working. Like how did that conversation go, and how did she relay that to you that this was the route?
Wait, so what does this
Ari, which sister? Which sister? Yeah, which sister?
This is my oldest sister. Yeah.
Your oldest sister.
Turn her life around. Look, turn it around. Okay?
Turn it around.
I'm like, wow. What does she do?
So she has she works different jobs, but literally I had somebody else that same year. I was supposed to do the Chris Brown tour. And
what? How is this your first tour options? Like,
I was supposed to what we're talking about.
She told you I play guitar.
Duke, Kentucky, Arizona. You got the top. Everybody recruiting you. Shit.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's just because of the way I've been posting, and like I was playing in like different big bands like here. Like I was playing in Belladonna, and then I was playing in like a R&B cover group called The Fix. So because I was the only girl in The Fix, I got a lot of attention. And because Belladonna was an all-female band, like, and I was the youngest one, and I was going on the floor and flipping my hair and all this crazy stuff, people kind of knew who I was because there wasn't anybody else really doing that here.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I already played for Life Jennings, Kiki Wyatt. Designer, I'd played for him right after school, but nobody knew what that nigga had. But after that, because of all the stuff, son, like, where is this nigga at? He just kind of disappeared. But what ended up happening was Chris Brown needed a girl for a tour, and they called me for it, but I was too scared. Like, I never work or talk to somebody like that big, the music director like that big, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't know how much money to ask for. I don't want to get cheated. So I asked our manager at the time for The Fix to help me out. And this other guy who was in the band, son, they fucked me over so bad. They made me sound like a diva. Like they were talking on my behalf, like, oh, well, she needs the music this time. She needs her own room, and she needs this, and she needs that. I'm like, nigga, no, I don't. What are you talking about? Right. And by the time it came to pick who they were gonna choose for tours between me and this white girl, and the guy, he said he didn't even go up to bat for me because I was too much of a diva, and I had to apologize to him because I'm like, yo, I really just didn't know what to say to you.
Yeah.
And he was very understanding, but I lost it. And after that, I was like, hell no, y'all not doing nothing for me ever again.
Right. I need people it was more to work with, to trust, on your behalf. And all that.
It was more because you didn't speak on your own behalf.
Yeah, and
you didn't have anybody that knew you to represent you. Yeah, they didn't represent you properly.
Damn, that's crazy.
But I got my sister.
She had to win and lose, though. She had to win and lose.
Yeah,
because you went from Chris Brown to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Right. And then you went from from them to your sister, and that's a win too. You got your sister's life turned around.
So I'm like, my sister, she well, it's not like I did it. She just did it on her own, and I figured, like, bitch, if you steal from me, I'm gonna see you later. So. It's gonna suck the next time I see you.
Right.
And that's another issue I was having. Like, they were stealing money from me. Like, it wasn't until later, like, I found out the band, I was getting paid like $125, $150, sometimes $200 a show, but the band was making $2,000-$3,000 a night. It's only 5 of us in the band. Right. What are you talking about?
What the fuck? What's happening?
Yeah. So I got my sister, and then I was doing an agency gig. Agency gig is like when bands like play it. They hire like Jewish people and white people hire them to play at their weddings and
Their
stuff like that.
weddings, country clubs, all that stuff.
Stupid money.
Right.
Be paying like $10,000 for the band. I'm like, well, shit.
I definitely flip my hair. I'll flip my hair for this. I'm
like, what? Really? That shit stupid as hell. Okay, what time we supposed to go?
Hello? Playing all this like R&B, like rap, pop shit, like shit that you wouldn't think they would listen to. I'm like, well, y'all niggas listen to this? Okay. I was in New York doing a Jewish wedding for the agency. Yeah, but I was in New York doing an agency gig, and my sister hits me up about this message on Instagram talking about Parkwood. They want to talk to you about doing a gig. I'm like, Parkwood? That sounds familiar. Looked it up. Oh, that's Beyonce's company. My thought wasn't, oh, I'm going to play for Beyonce. It's like, oh, it must be Chloe and Halle because, you know, Beyonce, she has different artists. So I'm like, yo, this is huge.
Right.
Get on the phone with the music director. And he's like, yeah, so I need you to play something for me. We're looking for a girl for the show that we got coming up and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. So I just want to make sure, you know, everything's legit. Do you mind playing a couple songs and sending it to me? I'm like, yeah, what's up? What songs? And usually when they ask you to do stuff like this, the songs that they'll ask you to play is the artist's song. So when he said Resentment, I was like, oh, you mean Miss Carter. Mrs. Carter.
Right. Step your game up. Step it up a little bit. Right. That's not what you thought.
I am. Like, you know, you had to go to the extra. You pulled out the good.
She went like this.
She probably started exercising her fingers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mind you, I'm in New York, and we're about to go back on stage. I'm literally thinking to myself, I will drop all this shit right now. I will go in the bathroom and record this song. And he's like, oh, no. Don't rush. Don't worry about it.
Don't rush.
I know you, because I told him I have church. I was like, I have church tomorrow, but I can send it before church. He's like, no, don't worry about it. Just send it when you can. Right after church, sent Resentment.
He was on that.
Then he was like, well, can you just send me one more video of you playing your favorite song? Just having fun and just what it means to you to perform. So I did. Usher has this Bobby Brown medley that he used to do on tour. And I played the Bobby Brown medley. And literally the next day is my birthday. So I'm chilling, like waiting, like by the phone. Sorry, like it was my birthday. I'm not turning up. I'm not doing nothing. I'm with the guy that I was dealing with at the time. I'm at his apartment. He's like trying to calm me down, like, babe, don't worry about it. I'm like in and out of sleep because I've been up all night, like editing the video and like trying to get everything together. And I keep missing this nigga's call, like, because I keep falling asleep. So I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna get that. I don't want it. So he finally picks up and he's like, yeah, so we need you to fly out tomorrow to come to LA. Do you have time to do that?
You're supposed to say no. If I didn't, I say no. Right. How do you say no? What did you say no for?
I dropped everything. Quit my job, left, went to LA, come to find out there, because I still didn't know what it was for, what was going on, who am I playing for? I mean, I kind of had an idea, but just because the song is hers doesn't mean it's necessarily her.
Right. You gotta be ready.
Bam. It's
you gotta
Coachella.
be ready.
Coachella.
So when you took that, so you know that was a beautiful lead into that story. So when you got to LA, like, were you what at what point did you kind of like, did you get introduced to like the whole group? Like, were you with the music director at that time? Like, tell us a little bit more. Like, once you got to LA, what it was like.
By the way, I can't afford shit that got to do with Coachella. But go ahead.
Me either. Like,
And if you don't know
I've
by
never
now,
been to a festival like that.
That's the music guy. That's why he asked all these questions. If you don't know, that's the music guy in our group. That's why I asked you all these questions.
Okay. Know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never been to Coachella either. Like, I've seen India Ari and like jazz guitarist called Pat Metheny over in at the Birchmere, Virginia. Like, it's really like a small, it's a small club. I've never been to a concert at this point. So I get to LA, fresh off the plane. Rehearsal starts at 12. It's like 10 o'clock. Get to the hotel around 11. Freshen up, grab my bags, and straight to rehearsal.
Right there.
So, I mean, the whole process was great. All the girls were great. I wasn't really expecting that. I mean, I knew all of them beforehand. Like, I knew Beyonce's original band. I knew most of the new band. I knew Derek because Derek Dixie, who was our music director, was on Making Diddy's band. He was playing drums. He auditioned for that. So I was kind of already familiar, but I was so nervous because it's like, you know, I don't know this life, you know?
Yep.
I feel like everybody was more
big league.
You know what I'm saying? It's the big leagues, and here my stupid ass come in. I got all these bags and stuff, like, and literally my guitar tech is looking at me like,
you don't need all that.
Are you sure you want to use that? And he was so nice about it. He was like, "Are you sure you?"
A raggedy ass guitar. You see this guitar that's right here?
This is what I got. It's my baby though.
Right.
But
you had to bring it. Like, how am I supposed to know? I've been bringing my guitars everywhere.
Yeah, they're like,
you actually won with this? You got the audition with this?
Look, his name is Sean.
He knew you could play. Sean knew you play as soon as he saw your guitars. He knew.
Sean, he's the best. He's the reason why I am Miss Fender right now, because he's the one who got me the endorsement. Like, he hooked everything up. He's so nice. He literally showed me the ropes. All the girls were so cool. Like, everybody really helped me, like, step into it. Nobody was all catty. Like, and everybody was just so comfortable in who they were that helping me get up to what they are.
Your level, your status was a no-brainer.
It was another guitar.
We eating, so you need to eat.
Hello?
Pull a chair up.
Exactly. There was another guitarist there too. Her name is Simone. That's my ace, bruh. And she wasn't even intimidated. Like, she took me out to lunch, like, and we just talked. And it's like, usually people will try to pit like female
people
musicians
against each other.
Yeah,
all that
like
kind of stuff.
trying to compare and stuff. But that's like my sister.
She bad, but she better. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even like, do you say that even musicians outside of other female guitarists, like a drummer versus you, or a keyboardist versus you,
I say like just women in general.
Musician? Yeah,
women in general. Like this whole, even when Meg Thee Stallion, like the people trying to compare Meg and Nicki, like. Who the fuck cares? Like, either way, if the song come on in the club, I'm gonna shake my ass. Like, who cares?
And they both dope. They in their own, you know, they got their own style, they got their own persona. So
well, that's because people always try to think that it can only be one woman at a time, where it's like men is all over the thing, but you can have more than one woman.
Right.
well, you know what? I think too, the other thing, Ari, that you probably were maybe accustomed to, like, I think men have that kind of competition or that competing kind of masculinity about them, in terms of like, okay, like if you play them, whether it's on a video game and things like that, our energy is we want to win, or we want to outwin or outbeat somebody. But sometimes women can also display that same thing, and that's probably what you were expecting, but again, that wasn't your experience with the people that you met.
I was really grateful.
I'm sorry for laughing, but when she just drank that tequila,
I knew that's why you were laughing. I knew it. But you know what? I didn't want to go off the camera because I knew you guys would say something. Bruh.
Just take it. You take it like a champ.
It was only the first one. The first one you took that shit like a champ. I'm like, oh, she drinks tequila on the regular.
No.
Came out here.
Yo, when Dad was talking, and she took that sip. She said,
Hold on. I told you niggas, I'm stepping into my adulthood.
Slowly.
I told you. I am a freshman. I'm not drinking Taylor Port anymore, okay? I'm stepping up.
It's the same age. It's the same age group.
Same age bracket.
Age bracket. We had another lady on the podcast, and she was drinking Taylor Port, and she's the same age as you.
See, look, I'm out of that. See, I don't even do that no more.
Definitely
what is that? I'm not doing that
no more. Beyonce said it best: upgrade you. Don't drink that shit.
Thank you.
Don't drink that shit.
Sorry, my bad, but it just looked crazy because you had to take a deep breath. I
did. I saw it, too, but I was going to let it slide.
I was old.
Petty.
I saw it.
So I mean, everybody here on the podcast, right? We've listened to your guitar, your medley that came out this year, and listening to it, a beautiful arrangement. I mean, from a guitarist, from an artist to an artist, like I think like the sounds and the strings and everything like that. Guitar is probably one of my favorite instruments, especially like Stevie Wonder, like Rocket Love. You playing that live, and the guitar in that, like the acoustic guitar, is like beautiful. So in that, like, what inspired that arrangement for your debut song this year?
Honestly, I was just practicing. Like, people don't realize
everything just comes to you easy. It
right.
Seems like.
I was just practicing. I was just playing with the strings.
Jay-Z's lap into Beyonce's camp.
I was just sipping tequila.
Go to Chris Brown, and here come Beyonce.
No, because you know what I hate? You know what I hate? I hate uppity niggas. I use nigga too much. I hate uppity niggas. Like, I hate it so much. Like, well, I was swinging on a swing and breeze, and I just got this inspiration from God, and I just felt it in my. I was practicing. Okay.
Yep. Keep it real. Keeping it all the way 100.
I was practicing. My man was sitting on the sofa, like doing some homework or something like that, and I was like, okay, well, let me just practice. Okay, we're in here cooling it, quarantine.
Right.
And I just really liked the melody. Mm-hmm. And it took a few days to like develop or whatever. And I played it for him like the end, and he liked it so much. And he said at the end it felt like, he would just kept exhaling. And he was like, oh, like
it is relaxing.
He's such a clown. Like, I'm like, nigga, you breathe the hardest shit. So he was like, gave me that idea to call it home. Yeah. And I don't want to be an artist or anything like that. I don't want to put like music out. I really enjoy touring, making other people's dreams come true, like being in the studio. Like, I love being a part of the vision, not necessarily making it. I don't want to be an artist. Like, this was just quarantine.
There's no Santana albums for Ari or something like that.
I mean, I may, but I'll probably just do it for fun, not because I want to, make millions and be rich and famous. It's just because I just wanted to do the shit.
Right. Well, what I think that's kind of at the root though of most artists is that that's artistry. Yeah, that's artistry. That's creativity. That you want to do it because you love it and you like vibing with people. And if the energy's not right, or the space or the energy, all that kind of things are not right, you don't kind of feel like that you're producing or productive. You don't feel like you put out your best work. So I mean, I get that you don't want to just push and already have this vision for your career to kind of blossom. But I think naturally the things that are aligned for you, I almost feel like that you will probably get steered in that direction. Right. just on the level that you're already on now, right, and you're in your mid-20s. There's going to be someone is looking at you and they're already saying like, she is the next, Santana 2.0 or the girl version. Someone's already in the industry.
Right. Because my question is that
you're attracting that kind of attention.
Because my question is that if people hear this home song and they want to hear more, what happens from there? You just say, nah, forget it.
Nah, I'm up with Sade. You know how Sade be like, you niggas can wait. 10 years later, here's an album.
Make them wait.
She gonna pour Rihanna on them? She gonna pour
No.
Rihanna gave you something first.
I have so much music already. Like, there's so much music that I have on my computer already. I love making music. So if I feel it, I'll put it out. But if not, I'm not pressed. If somebody asks me to, I'll do it. Like, I do that all the time. But I'm not going to be pressed to like be some artist when that's not what I want to do.
That's what's up. So you
want pressed, but I think because once you put out one song, you're an artist.
Right.
So you put the song out.
I think you're an artist as soon as you.
No, you're an artist already, but I'm saying you're an artist in the solo artist at this point when you put out a solo song.
Right.
So I don't know what you're gonna do from here, sister.
You know, she just gaslighting us. She knows she got out of the.
I know.
Like,
She probably got 10 songs doing something, boy.
You ready? It's already recorded. The demo's ready. It's
No,
ready to go.
guys, I don't.
she like,
We'll have her on again on her third song. She'll be like, "Oh, I was just practicing and that use that same excuse."
The angels, the sky opened up and the angels flowed down into my guitar, and I just played my banjo, and it was awesome.
Y'all with this banjo.
You gonna go get you a banjo? Watch.
You give me a banjo.
You gonna fiddle? You definitely gonna fiddle fat a little bit. I bet you.
You know what I did, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. So I don't know. I may.
See?
Yeah. Make sure you shout us out when you post that banjo.
I got you, Rob.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yo, I do have a question. I'm not sure if they asked this because I was gone for a minute. Do you read and write music, and are you able?
He's going
again.
Uh-oh.
All right, so ask that first part. Do you read and write music?
Nothing.
I imagine you do at this level.
Nothing.
Yeah, we heard you.
Do you read and write music, and can you play by ear? Did y'all hear that? My bad.
Oh no.
Yes.
I didn't hear the play by ear.
It's crazy. I was talking to somebody else about this the other day. So I don't read. I can read like on a beginner level, but I don't really read. So I started out reading. I was really, really good. But it's like once you stop, after a couple years, you start forgetting things. So I don't really read. As far as writing, like I don't like write out music, but I produce music. And as far as playing my ear, that's like I feel like that's one of the reasons why I keep getting called back, just because I don't want to sound like I don't know. Just,
go ahead.
No, you listen. You are blessed by the higher powers. Like
we already know you blessed because
we already know you blessed.
I've been groomed to really hear stuff. Like my teachers from the school that I went to when I was, a teenager, Walter Cosby, Christopher Brown, Matthew Diemendorf, they all really reinforced like picking up stuff by ear. Like my teacher, Walter Cosby, was a dick. Like he would be like, yeah, learn this song by next week. I know you haven't heard it, but learn it. And the solo, the whole thing, beginning, ending, all of that. Then I'll play it. That was okay, but you should have done it like this. Oh, well, why didn't you do it like this? Your fingering looks awful. But then he'll call to everybody. Yeah, my student's tight. My student is this. My student is that.
Right.
But they treat me like trash, bro.
Man, that's how you
But
that's do.
They have to be. It has to be that cutthroat. I just to share a similar story. I remember the first and only time I was in the studio with Ryan Leslie. I was given the opportunity to, just by Ron Grant, who's in New York. They have the the weekly event at his club, and I had to learn one of his songs, Quicksand, in a matter of like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
like the whole arrangement of the background. Happens. We were in the studio. He was playing the keys. He was back and forth between all the instruments that Grand Wizard, I called him Grand Wizard, that he plays, and you had to know it. And the moment that he came over to you and he pretty much pointed his finger at you, it was like, you got to be on cue. You got to hit it. You got to know it.
Yeah.
And that just reminded me of that when you shared that just your teacher was that.
That's the truth. That happens all the time. Like you a musician, man. Like you know how it is, man. Like sometimes they'll spring it on you. Like you'll get to the gig and they'll be like, oh yeah, so this song is next in the set. That's okay. You can pick it up. 1, 2, 3, go. Like
that's it. You only get one time, and if you mess up, might be next,
bruh. Like, and Walter, he would have me like the first time I played was in like a club setting. I was 14. My whole family came, like my grandma, my grandpa came, all of them, and literally like I'll be in the clubs playing, be in church playing all through like my teenage years, even now. But that's what really grew me, like playing in the club and playing in church, because most of the time, like. You really just got to go with the flow. Like, there's no reading, there's no writing. And I tell people who ask me, like, how did you make it? Like, how do you get a tour gig? All this kind of stuff. Bro, just be nice and know how to pick up stuff by ear and look good, dance, do some shit. But literally, they're not going to put, unless you're doing Broadway, they're not going to put sheet music in front of you. It's so much easier to be like, listen to this music and play it.
Yep. Take the tracks home and listen to it and learn your parts. Like, you got your counts, you got your parts, just learn it.
Plus, I don't think people understand, like, on top of the music, like, they have to coordinate with the dancers and stuff. Mm-hmm. So all the music is going to end up changing anyway. So why write it out when it's going to change, you know?
Right. That's true.
So you got to have a good ear.
Right. Now, I don't know if we finished this piece in terms of like, you said you went to Coachella, so I don't know if you finished, like, how was this experience of Coachella? Because I'm assuming that's homecoming, right? That's homecoming. So how was that whole experience? Because I know you started with the guy. You stopped there where the guy was ragging on your guitar, and then I think
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
The whole experience was amazing. I've never worked so hard in my life, and I had 5 jobs before I went to go do that. Like. Mm-hmm. And I wanted it so bad, man. I just knew that this is something that I really wanted to do. So I wasn't gonna come into rehearsal not knowing something. Like, you're not gonna catch me, especially when there's so many girls, so many people in general, because there were guys in the band too who wanted to be in that position. And I'm not gonna throw it away because I was being lazy and I'm feeling myself. Like, that would be so humiliating. So the rehearsal days would be sometimes 4 hours, like in the beginning, and then like by the time tour came, like 16 hours. Like, it would get crazy. So I didn't care how long it was. If I need to know something by the next day, shit, I'm gonna be up all night and I'm gonna know it by the next day. But it was so worth it. Coachella was incredible. Like looking at all those people out there, and nobody was really nervous. We were just all excited to do the work. Like. And show people what we had been doing. Mm-hmm. And then to be standing in the middle of that stage and to look over and you see Rihanna in the audience, like, bruh, like, you see
that's huge.
Beyonce's parents. Like, I was performing, I see Jay-Z and his best friend right there. Like, I even met Jamie Foxx. Like, this shit was crazy. SZA, like, it was crazy. Yeah. Like, I'm doing shit that I never thought that I'd be able to do, because I honestly thought after school, like, I was going to have a regular job. I'll play in the club and I'll play in church and I'll be happy with that. You know, I still be happy with that. Right. But I was so grateful.
That just shows that you come from, humble beginnings, but you, for sure. But again, your gift is priceless. So as long as you don't limit yourself, you're the sky's the limit.
Did you actually get to meet Beyonce?
Yes, nigga. What?
Like, talk to her? Like, what? What was that like?
Now that was a question.
What was that like? Like, did you get to touch her hand or anything? Like,
Beyonce is hands on. You know she hands on.
Yes, that was her show.
Did you get to like shake her hand or something? Like, can I touch your hand? Because you touched her hand. And
that is your dream. That is your
my favorite
personal wants and desires.
And you know what? It's crazy. Everybody asking that question. But I mean, even if you watch Homecoming and Netflix, like, you see her in the rehearsal spot, she was always there. Like, and I think my favorite moment ever was when we were on tour. We did the Redskins Stadium or Washington Team Stadium, and I was chilling on the tour bus, and I get a call from one of the tour managers, like, "Hey, you need to come in here." And they never call me in there, not unless they like need something like paperwork or you need me to sign something, or you got to tell me something. So I'm thinking automatically, oh shit, I'm in trouble. Like, what did I do? Right. So I walk in there and he's like, so anyway, you're gonna walk in here, you're gonna, just wait outside, like blah blah blah. Prepping me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And everybody's looking at me like, you didn't tell her? And he's like, no, I thought she already knew. Like, what is going on here? So they took me to this back room, and Yvette Nolsher, that's Beyonce's publicist, she tells me, okay, so the Obamas are coming out to meet you because they wanted to see you in Paris when you did that show. But Paris had just won the World Cup, so traffic was crazy, and we couldn't meet up after the show. Wow. So they said, yeah, they're here, and they want to see you. So you need to get yourself together. So I'm freaking out, like, what?
That's all black excellence. All is black excellence.
Right.
Damn.
I
The hell with Beyonce. The hell with Beyonce.
Now, come on now. Go straight and collect your 200. Monopoly.
So I'm getting myself together. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and the Obamas walk out. And he's like, oh, so you must be Ariel.
You know what?
Yo. Good old Bo.
Wow.
Good old Obama.
And I'm, they
Good
tall
old
as shit.
Barry.
So I'm 5'2", and I'm looking up at them like, yes.
Right.
And my cousin Alan is Michelle Obama's head of security. So
wow.
Well, you connect.
he's showing me pictures of them. Bro, no, I am not.
Yes, you are.
So connected. See how the shit is rolled over
My
time?
cousins
Oh,
work
yeah.
at like fucking knitting jobs and are angry about it. Like,
That does not mean I'm connected. Oh my god.
It's good. It's good. It's all good. It's all good.
So he's showing me pictures on the iPhone of my cousin Alan on the safari wearing some fucking, I don't know. I was like, this nigga is always doing the most. So we're all kikiing and laughing or whatever, and we take a picture. And when we're about to take the picture, Michelle goes, we're just so proud of you and what you're doing, and blah, blah, blah. And Beyonce says, she kills it every night. She's so amazing.
Wow.
What?
That just
You can't tell me anything.
right.
She said, I'm amazing. I go,
Right.
what you niggas said.
in front of
said,
Michelle
I
and
kill
Obama.
it every night.
You should have said, wait, let me get my phone,
Right.
record
Right.
this, say it again.
Yo,
Right, say that again. Let me
That ain't
need
even-
a video. A
Yeah.
video of that. That was awesome.
I don't know what to put above a cosign at that level. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Hello?
Like that's not even a cosign.
in that
That's
company.
like
in that company.
That's like,
Right.
that's like power of attorney. That's like bam. That's over the top of that cosign.
You can't tell me shit. So,
And you was okay with coming on
Yes.
this podcast? What the fuck are you here
Right.
for?
You low, just you way low on this guy. Look, we ain't the Obamas. Can you get hold up? Can you get
No,
Beyonce,
play,
Jay-Z, and the
don't play.
Obamas on the show? Can you get them on the show?
This podcast is
No.
popular, whatever.
Yo, can you at least get their cousin or somebody?
My cousin Alan, oh my God, he's gonna look at me crazy. He's like, girl, get away from me.
How about your cousin that worked for security? Your
that's
cousin
what
that
he-
do the security.
Good Alan.
Get out. My cousin Alan
Get
never
out.
would.
Right.
He never would be bothered by me. He gonna say, girl, shut up.
Nah, that's dope though. That's crazy.
Yeah. A long story short, yes, I've spoken to Beyonce.
yeah.
All right,
awesome.
Beyonce, Obama,
Right.
Michelle.
You could have just skipped the whole Beyonce part after we heard about the Obamas.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't even care.
She wanted to let you know that.
Oh yeah, she wanted to stretch it out.
It gets better than Beyonce.
Yeah.
She didn't just say it to me. She said it in front of the Obamas.
Right.
I'm just playing.
So
Nah, you
Ari,
did it on purpose. That was a good setup.
another question I had, being as though your fellow artists, you're performing with the top notch people. Is there anybody that you'd just like some artists want to collaborate with other artists? Like, is there anybody that you would like to collaborate with that you haven't yet?
Drake.
That you would like, make this happen.
Drake.
Okay.
Drake.
Okay.
Drake. There you go.
Drake.
Okay.
Drake for sure, because I really, really do enjoy his music.
Mhm.
And I feel like I don't know, he's just so versatile. Like
Versatile,
he has a lot of different stuff that I really enjoy. Everybody else who I wanted to play with, I've pretty much gotten to play with, but the people who I haven't, they're dead. Like I always wanted to play for
Like
Michael
Prince,
Jackson. I always wanted
Michael
to play
Jackson.
for Son. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got to play for everybody else. Alicia Keys, like Fantasia. So
That's awesome.
I'm straight.
Damn.
So
I forgot to say that though.
Okay.
I forgot. I said St. John, but I did forget Fantasia in her introduction because I did see that video of her playing with Fantasia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
So you've name dropped a couple of obviously big artists that everyone that's listening and that we know. I'm just curious, like, do you know any of other fellow guitarists or bass players, like friends from Philly, like that I have, like Andre Pickney? He's out in LA, but he plays for like Jasmine Sullivan. Don't know if you know him, or Ross Sunji. They play for, one of his first tours was like Lauryn Hill. Stan Davis. Do you know any of those people?
I know of these people. Okay. I don't really get to meet a lot of them. Like I met Isaiah Sharkey.
Nice.
He actually texted me the other day. He's so nice. Jubu Smith, like the Godfather.
He just texted me.
See, to answer your question, Yoda, why she on this podcast? She bored because of COVID, but next year we won't be able to get.
No.
That is not true.
See, after this, we'll hear Ari up and she'll be like, "Who?
Yo, Ari.
Like,
Ari.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the very beginning. The fact that you want to have these 5 babies, you're going to need a husband. You need a wedding first, so I'm their wedding singer. It's like no.
What's that?
That'll be the podcast's trip to visit with Ari.
Y'all can host the reception. Y'all gotta host.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. See,
we did have a question from. Yeah, we did have. They said, "What are your favorite?" I know it's his favorite, but favorite Drake deep cuts.
4422. I know that's Sampha, but that was on his album, and I like the transition from that to the next song, and I like Madiba Rhythm, something like that. I like that too. Yeah. I don't know. It's just I can't name them all, but pretty much every Drake song I'm a fan of.
I got you.
I don't know what this nigga put like crack in the music or whatever.
I think so.
Yeah, I love all
So being as that is your kind of your collaboration pinnacle, like what songs of Drake do you like, just vibe to, or like when you play, like what songs are you playing on a regular of Drake's?
I don't really play to them, but I do listen to them. Like I like the song that he has, that collab that he did with Beyonce. Mm-hmm. It's a song that they have together, and I like the collab that he did with Rihanna. I really love that one.
Mm-hmm. Which one? Is that the Too Good? I don't know how to talk to you. That one.
Wow, they do have that one.
That was dope.
They got a couple of them. They got the other one. What's your name? Is that what's your name? What's your name is on there too.
That's true. No. It's another one. It's like a disco one. It has like a.
That was the one that he was singing, wasn't it?
I don't know how to talk to you.
Yeah.
No, it's another one they do. Damn, it's gonna bother me. Okay. It's I know you've been hurt.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that one.
Yeah, I know that one.
Right.
I mean, running like shit to that sound.
Feel it in your soul. Got it.
Now on just going back to the music on your cover of your the track that you dropped, I can see I can easily identify Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson. So who are the other inspirations in terms of your musical aspirations, and like who do you get inspiration from?
A lot of people. Honestly, like what brought it full circle was the fact that I was already a huge Beyonce fan, Destiny's Child fan. The first album I've ever bought was Cheetah Girls, and then it was Destiny Fulfilled. I love that album. Of course, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Prince, a lot of jazz artists, Joe Pass, of course, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Ronnie Jordan, Shaka Khan, Tina Turner.
All these good greats. Keep going.
Right.
Donny Hathaway, Layla Hathaway, Snarky Puppy. It's just I just love good music. I love good music. What's her name? Joni Mitchell. Like I love it all.
Okay. All right. Nice. She like music. That makes sense. I was just curious.
But that's why she can play so many different types. Like because she likes different type of music. So
now my next question. The next question I had, I'm just going to nod like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. But maybe people
come on, guys.
Well, no, you'll know that. You'll know what it is. But most people, like unless you play guitar, I don't play guitar. But what is your choice of tool? Like, what is your go-to tool in terms of your guitar? Like, what are you using?
It was this. Okay, so
that's a shaking.
Okay, this 06 1.5 chip tool sniper kit.
Yes. Yeah, because you know, like keyboard players, they swear by that, like that rolling,
rolling,
double tier rolling. You know that. So that's what Rob is saying. He wants to know what is her.
Well, she got to say Fender, but I'm saying.
Well, you know what?
You do.
Good
cleanup, Rob. Good job. Oh, no.
I don't have to say Fender. I don't have a contract with them, and they don't give their artists contracts because they understand that sometimes you're gonna have to play different instruments. Like before, I got this Acoustasonic, so it's like their hybrid acoustic electric guitar. They understand, like, okay, we don't have an acoustic. You're gonna use a Martin. It's fine. The reason why I fuck with Fender so hard is because I tried to get a sponsorship by somebody else, and it's a huge guitar company, and it's very well known.
Go ahead, drop the name, man. Go ahead. That's fine.
I'm not gonna drop the name because
probably Yamaha.
I have a lot of.
That name no more.
I'm not gonna drop the name, but they made me jump through hoops of fire trying to get a sponsorship, and then the guy tried to have sex with me and tried to take me on trips, and he was married. Like it was so fair. And I was 22. I'm young. Like I'm trying to figure shit out, but you're not gonna play me like that. And the fact that I was supposed to meet one of the guy whose company it is, I was supposed to meet him 3 times, and he stood me up. Stood me up after.
What a good situation.
I was working 5 jobs, just got out of school. Like my car's fucked up. Like I don't have money to be like missing work for this kind of stuff. Right. But you have me sitting out here waiting, games. And I'm using your instrument, trying to tell you like I love your instrument. I want to get sponsored by you. What do I need to do? And playing games with me. So after that, once Sean got me the sponsorship with Fender, literally no matter what tour I'm on, they give me a guitar. They give me an amp. Every time I'm in the Fender shop, I can pick out whatever I want from the walls. They'll let me have anything that I need. Awesome. And on top of that, the A&R person who takes care of the artist is black. So she's always looking out. And the guy before her was black, always looking out. Yeah. I'm going to go where I'm treated well.
Right. Well, Ari, I don't want you to play.
I'm upset. Now it sounds like I need you to, since you get all these guitars, I need you to sign one and send it to me.
I sent out about 5 already. Okay, y'all not gonna keep getting these guitars off me. Okay.
We are. You got 4 more to sit down.
Well, you just said I was going to grab one.
You got 4 more to sit down.
Now, I wasn't gonna go that extreme. I just was gonna ask you to like, is one nearby? You could like show us one. Like, show us one that's like near and dear. Yeah. That like you take with you. This like your baby. Like that when you go to the airport. Because listen, I know by having friends in the music industry, like when they travel with their bass or their guitars, you know, they hand it over to the people and be like, look, if I gotta check this, guard it with your life. Like, what's your baby that you like hold near and dear to you?
Hey, can you grab my guitar for me?
You said you wasn't going that hard, but when she inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I got my guitar.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I need one of the guitars too.
Well, I don't think you're getting that guitar.
I think you're getting the guitar.
Go ahead, keep shots. Keep
shooting. Just send me an old one. You ain't even got to sit. You know what? You ain't even got to see the guitar.
Is that the one that?
But the thing she said that people ain't gonna keep on asking her. That means that she had delivered on the thing.
Right.
That number is low. You heard 5. It's 5.
Right, 6. I'm 6.
Go ahead, Ari. Go ahead.
I trade you a bottle of tequila for a guitar.
Look at that butte right there.
This is the Acoustasonic.
Guess what? Now that you got it in your hand, you got to play something.
She said her fingernails.
Forget the nails, man. You better figure it out. You know how to play with the nails.
You are a professional. Like if somebody asked me right now
how to play with the nails.
As a singer, I can't tell them that I'm not quite ready because I had a beer. I gotta hit it. So it's the same thing. Like you gotta go. You gotta do
it. I don't think you understand. I can do that. Okay.
Right.
Let me tell you something. There was this one time I went to my cousin. She's really into like smoking cigars. So they had this like big thing in Miami or whatever. So I'm going over there, you know, looking like an idiot trying to smoke a cigar. and they have this live band, right? So like, oh yeah, we got Beyonce's band in here. Meanwhile, it's me and the drummer, like, bro, come on, like,
that counts. That counts.
I just put these on, literally, because it's like thousands of people there. Like, yeah, come on, play. I had to pop all my nails off. It hurts so bad and get up there and play.
Right. Well, you just got it done for the weekend. The weekend over.
Come on,
so pop them off and get them.
First of all, it is 8:30. The weekend is not over yet. Okay.
She gonna hold on to her nails like
we definitely gonna promote this. We definitely gonna promote this as Beyonce's and President Obama's favorite guitarist.
I was ready to do a little collab and do that Rocket Love with you, but since you ain't gonna play that acoustic, it ain't go.
But we do got another question now. Somebody said, would you want to, or have you played with Thundercat?
I love Thundercat. I was just talking to my man about that the other day. We were watching his videos. Thundercat, like, he's so he don't make no sense. Like, nigga, what do you be thinking about when you playing this stuff? Like, he's so talented. I love Thundercat. I have not played for him yet, but I would love to. Like, he has inspired so many people, and the fact that he has rap artists, R&B artists, like people who are actually on the radio artists who are begging to play with them and getting on his album, and he's doing all this far out stuff, says so much about how his music affects people. He's not on the radio, and I think it's just because people won't understand. But the fact that he's making music that is this incredible, and you have radio artists trying to get with him, like, bro, I gotta collab with this nigga one day. I love Thundercat. Awesome.
Since you have a collab with Thundercat, how about Doja Cat?
I like Doja Cat's music. I like.
But you haven't played with her.
Lou, now that you're back. Lou, any questions now that you're back?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm just happy that y'all can hear me and I'm back on, man. Listen, the show, like,
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, fuck the Wi-Fi and internet, man.
Now, a question. I tried to play the acoustic guitar years ago. So, I mean, do you have a favorite? Do you prefer electric, or do you prefer acoustic?
I mean, I don't really have a favorite. I guess whatever the song calls for, whatever sounds better.
Yeah, it sounds better.
So
gotcha. Yeah. See, I'm just gonna shake my head. Yep.
Have you attempted to play?
Come on, guys.
Have you attempted to play any other instruments?
Yeah. So I started playing a little bit of bass. I played bass on that track that I just released. So play bass on that.
Slapping the bass.
How much different is it than the guitar?
So different, and my hands are so little. Like,
you gotta.
I have like little whip. Yeah, you gotta
thump that shit. You gotta thump it. That bass is thump.
My hands are so small. It's so hard. Like, and then I really want to play drums, but you got this foot doing that, the other foot doing this hand going this way, this hand. What? Like, it's so hard.
Right.
But, I played banjo once.
She fuck with the banjo at first.
Right. What about a ukulele?
Banjo, what? Yes, I actually taught ukulele. It's so funny. When I was working those vibes, I was like, literally.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay.
She's 13 as of yesterday. Yeah, she plays the ukulele. Taught herself.
How long has she been playing?
Since maybe about 10. So for 3 years.
Good. She's good. I had to teach ukulele at the school. Like, literally, I was doing anything for money. And they were like, so you play guitar, right? Like, yeah. You play ukulele as well, right? Yes.
Sure I do.
Nod the head, Rob, like you.
Is that what you did?
Oh, that's cool. Sometimes the teachers are out. Do you also know how to play bass? Yes. I do that.
Where the money resides,
She said she had
I literally had to learn.
Do you know how to play banjo as well?
Yes, I do.
Well, that just sets her up for folk band. Like, if she has to go on tour with a folk band, she good.
Hello, right?
Right. So on a serious note, but also keep it light. You know, as you refer to the Panamera. How you say it?
The Panorama.
Panorama.
The Panic at the Disco.
Right.
Panic at the Disco. Never heard that one.
So briefly walk us through how your kind of life got turned upside down. What were you in the midst of when it hit, and what has the, you know, kind of your schedule been like now going forward, and what are you looking forward to maybe as the potential first open, you know, to public performance or show? So kind of walk us through the beginning of Panorama and then what that looks like kind of reopening.
Man, it started amazing. It was, dang, what did I have? I started the year off with Lizzo.
Okay.
In Mexico. So playing with her in
this
Mexico.
show, she's hot. 2020 popping.
Hello. Then
was
I was doing shows.
Was you at the Philly show? Was you at the Philly show with Lizzo too, or no?
No.
Oh,
so
okay.
what happened was I did Lizzo, then I was doing Fantasia, and then did Lizzo again for Houston Rodeo. But literally the night.
That's in February, right? February Houston Rodeo. I come to Houston for that. That's why I asked.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
So you remember when it got canceled?
Well, I didn't come that year. I came in 2017 and 18, but I didn't come for 19 and 20.
Brad, like literally the day before it got canceled, and we were in rehearsal. Like we got there, they shut it down. So we had a party or whatever. We're like, okay, you know, it's cool or whatever. They had a whole bunch of shows lined up that we were supposed to do, and my year was booked, and it all went to shit. And thankfully, you know, because I ain't had nothing going into touring, I was scared, like, because when we did Coachella, you know, there are two guitar players. When they did OTR, they wanted to bring Jay-Z and Beyonce's band. They can't bring both of us because Jay-Z already got a guitar player. It can't be three. It can only be two. I already had it in my mind it was going to be Oh Girl. And I was like, you know what? I'm cool with that. Like, I got to do Coachella. I'm set. Like, I'm doing something I never thought I'd be able to do. And I thought it was going to be it from there. So I was saving, like, literally like 3/4 of my check, trying to live off the per diem that they gave us. Yeah, because I didn't think that I would ever be doing this for a living. I thought I was going to go back to work. So thankfully, I had money from tour saved up. And that's what's been getting me by. And Fender been hooking me up. Like, they've been, you know, they were throwing shows my way, like virtual shows my way. And then St. John flew me out a couple of times to do a show for the BBMAs and then to do Ellen. So it was like little things here and there. And then I was teaching here and there. But
she said to do Ellen, little things here and there. What the fuck? Cut this off. In this show,
right?
To do Ellen, you know, just little things,
right? I'm still working.
Keep the lights on.
Right.
I do Ellen.
Right. Keep the lights on. I love it. You know what? It comes off very modest, and it comes off with a lot of humility. So
thank you.
You know, it really does. No exaggeration.
You roll your eyes at the end of it. Except when you roll your eyes at the end of it, then
it's light though. It's kind of it's cute. It's like that's the girly in her. She's like,
I'm saying like I don't mean little things like that. I'm just saying like it's not like where I have a job where I know in a week, 2 weeks I'm getting this check.
Right.
Yeah. I work my 40. I already did my calculation. The tax after taxes. Right. This is it. Right.
You know, with the entertainment industry, you don't know. And then sometimes that money doesn't come for a month. So I'm waiting on a check from 2 months ago. Like,
wow.
And so when you're touring and when you're doing shows and all these different things on the regular, all that money coming back, like, and you're just piling it up. You're not worried about it not being there for 2 months. But when you have 5 shows in a year and you're waiting, it's like, But thankfully, I had my savings lean on. But then I'm thinking, like, okay, well, now all the other plans that I had, I wanted to buy a house, I wanted to pay off my car.
Right.
All that's on hold now.
Right.
Because You don't know what's going on.
You gotta go back to that. You gotta go back to that balance, that budget.
Yeah,
it ain't ball till you fall tonight. It ain't ball till you fall tonight.
Done in 3 months, bro.
I get it. I get it.
Child household, she got to go back to those memories. Like, how we got
I gotta dig my feet in the sand and be like, yo,
I get it.
Hey, Ari, I do have a question for you, Ari. What is it like? The chemistry, like when you play with a band for a while, you guys develop a chemistry, you can feed off each other. But then, like you said, you had 2020 all booked. So I'm sure it wasn't with the same band members throughout that year. So how do you guys develop so quick chemistry like you do and can play as well as you can? Or is it just I'm gonna just play my part and they play as long as they play their part well, we're good?
Most of the time, like you'll run into the same people.
Mm-hmm.
You'll run into the same people. Sometimes you'll have a few new people like you meet, but you'll know a couple of people. You're gonna know somebody, especially since by 2020, I've been doing it for a couple of years, so I'm already seeing like the same people.
Right?
But even with the
whoever that new person is, you probably like trying to help them, like show them the ropes, probably like bring them up to speed of stuff that they don't know. Or vice versa, even when you don't.
Everybody's really cool, like, because we all know at the end of the day, if one of us sounds bad, it's gonna make the whole
right. You can't have
right. That's true.
And in that vein, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
In that vein, how many female guitarists, black, white, Latina, are in the industry?
There are actually a few, like. But as far as black girls, I can name. Well, black girls who are actually playing out right now, who are like good, I can name 1.5.
Okay.
In
the industry.
Me and a half of me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No.
So it's 2.5. It's 2.5.
Okay, well, 2 then. But it's
two possible 3, like spades. 2 possible.
If it's 2, does that mean it's 2 halves and then hers a whole? You're a whole, right?
I'm just saying, like it's some girls who just come up with the looks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they play, but they don't really play. They don't really get down. They don't get down.
But I'm just saying, in the industry, because what they're gonna do is they're gonna use people they know that they can rely on. Like, okay, I use her for this gig, I'm gonna use her again for this. So there are some killing black girls who are online killing it on social media. Who I do not understand why nobody has picked them up yet. Right. There are some killing guitarists who have not been picked up yet, but it's also because they're gonna use people that they know. Which is also cool because, hey, that means I get a check. But there aren't very many black girls in the industry who are playing guitar hard.
I just gotta say this. I must shout out. I gotta shout out Fender because without seeing that promo that they were running that had you in it, I would have never. I didn't know all the black girl magic that was happening. So I've shout out.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's a black lady playing guitar. I need to find out.
See, look how the universe connected you with the Bruce and Banner podcast.
Hey, what's up, guys?
That's what's
Now I just need my signed guitar.
Oh, right. Rob, you really deserve that signed guitar.
You should have at least 3 or 4.
You know what?
Dev said he don't want one.
I'm gonna say here, the next tour I'm on, if they give me a new guitar, I'm gonna give you one.
Oh,
I'll give you one.
There you go, Rob.
You gotta sign the Bruce and Banner.
I got it on.
Just put Bruce and Banner podcast. Put Ari. Put all our names on it. Don't just put Rob's on it.
Yeah. Don't put
all our names on it.
I'll put all your names on it.
I will say this though. One thing I learned just in being in the industry, like when I would cross paths with the like Vivian Greens and just being in the industry, like I've been in the same room with like James Poyser and all of those big names. Like one thing that I learned very on and being in the room around all those musicians, and I was in the studio and I'd be like, yo, Glenn Lewis and all of them are from Philly. Like, yo, let me get your autograph. The first thing, because I was also a fellow artist, that they used to be is like, I'm not like you're in the same industry as me, so they always felt awkward with kind of giving me an autograph. They would be like, no, like you wanted me. You wanted me.
Right.
You wanted me, you know. So that's actually how they look at it. They don't really look at them as even greater or that you're less than. They be like, no, like I'm with you and me.
Exactly.
That's how they.
I'm not a guitarist, so I'm not a guitarist. I just made that point to say that.
One other question I had was, you talked about guitarists that you know that are in the industry. Totally two different artists, but that play and sing. India Ari and Tori Kelly, I believe, also plays.
Right.
Thing. So, both dope, different styles, neo soul and kind of pop. Any aspirations to work with them or any inspiration that you get from listening to them?
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to play for them. Especially Tori Kelly, like she's part of the community, man. That girl can blow.
Yes, she can.
I love Tori Kelly and India Ari. Like that was one of the first concerts I ever went to, so I would love to play for her. I actually have some friends who played for her before.
Okay.
But yeah, I would love to.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right. Well, we ain't gonna keep you too much long. Anybody else have any more questions?
What's up?
I mean, I know she got she said it. The party ain't over. It's only 8:45. I guess she was like, the weekend ain't over. It's only 8:45.
Right.
I still got my nails on. Babe is right there handing me guitars.
Practicing.
Right. Well, maybe if we could have you back on a non-nail day. And yeah, we could figure out how to do like a
she said, "Oh nigga, you got to catch me on a weekday."
No, I'll definitely play. I'll play next time for you guys.
Yes,
I'll make sure I keep them off.
It's all great.
See, she making all these promises that's all
recorded. Yeah, that's recorded.
So,
I will like a signed document.
I don't know how much research you did on us guys before you got on the podcast, but I'm not the mouthpiece, but I talk a lot. And I'll say that we are a traveling podcast, right? So we're a traveling podcast that goes to beer fests all across, the U.S. is our goal, right? And some of the biggest beer fests that we go to we like to go to like a lot of Black beer fests. So like every year we go to a beer fest that's up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's in September. And they have like a lot of live performances. So just being as though our platform is podcast, but the backdrop is beer. We're trying to, as you can see, like Rob's wearing the Beer Black History hat. We're about promoting, us in the beer community. The fact that we have a platform for guys that have come together. We're making history, right? Same way like you're making history. It's Black woman, Black power. Beyonce said, I'm making my all girl band. So I just want to wrap up and say that, hey, if you're in a city and we can kind of collab or meet up or something like that, just, give us a shout out. Give us a, try to make sure that we can, what's the word I'm looking for?
Support
us. Support the podcast.
She got the same face.
Exactly.
Her face is saying what I'm thinking. Where the fuck is this going?
Yeah, dude, I didn't know where it was going either.
Hey, possibly. I've been drinking all day, but like I said, somebody help me out.
She was like, I've been drinking all this Patron. I don't know what he is talking about now.
Yes. So support us. Give us a shout out.
Gonna forget all about that. She gonna be like, I told him I was gonna sit on my guitar. What the fuck?
I am not drunk, guys.
Yeah. So just give us a shout out. Give us a social support. Of course. Definitely.
Yeah, y'all gotta teach me about this beer life because I don't know nothing about that.
It's huge. It's huge.
More about that.
It's huge. There's a lot of education out there.
We'll send you some beer. Absolutely, we'll send you some. We'll
beer
find
mail.
out. We know she like tequila, so we'll try to get something in her wheelhouse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's stuff aged in barrels of rum, all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of beer out there.
Well, you saw I just had the sangria joint. That was banging. So
Yep.
Yeah, I love sangria.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's something you would like. It's good.
But you were like sangria and beer. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
but it's good.
I mean, we even tried like a sour and a stout mixed, which we didn't think would go together, and it worked.
It did. Yep, it definitely
it worked.
Well, I believe you guys. I don't know nothing about this life, so.
My wife said, Devin, if you just want free tickets, just say so.
He's like, if you performing and like you got some free tickets, then
actually,
shout outside at will call. Can you shout me out at will call, please?
It would actually be it would be actually more benefit for her to come to the events that we attend, not the other way around. So it would be actually more beneficial for her to stop through the beer fest. So as we travel, we come through these beer fests. Yeah, come represent, come see with the blacks and the beer.
The blacks.
Leave me a ticket at Will Call. Shit.
Yeah, we will.
Right.
We'll hook you up.
We'll leave a ticket at Will Call.
The blacks and the beer.
The blacks.
Go to bed.
All right. Well, any more questions for Ari before we wrap this up?
Man. We appreciate you though.
Oh, we want to thank you again for coming on.
You guys are crazy. Like,
yes, we are.
You are too. Thank you.
Yeah, you kept up.
Yeah. It takes one to know one. We found out real quick.
Surprise!
Before we go, we always like to know how people can find you on social media or anything that you're doing. I mean, we'll probably go out playing your song, but
nice.
So how can they find Ari on these world wide webs out here in these streets?
Out here in these streets. Ari O'Neal on Facebook and Twitter, and on Instagram, Ari O'Neal.
All right. Dev, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Dev Drinks Craft Brew. Ask about me.
Ask about you. I've asked.
Right now.
What you gonna ask for?
How many have you had? There you go. That's all. How many have you had, Dev? That's it. That's your question. That's your question.
All right, Lou. How about yourself?
Your eyes look closed too, Rob. I don't even know why you front. You like
my
this?
Eyes always look like this, though. I realize my eyes always look like they're closed.
Puff pass, huh?
Yeah, I will always look high. Yeah, me and my son got the same eyes. We keep them low.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Lou, how about yourself?
I'm Lou Belgium. I'm on them Instagrams.
On them Instagrams. All right, yo.
Ooh. I'm your Belgium. Say no.
Yeah.
He's not that.
You can find me on Instagram at 302 Yoda and on Instagram and Facebook at Delaware on Grind. The podcast, and make sure you check out Delaware on Grind, the podcast, on all streaming platforms as well.
Check it out.
Rob, you better follow me on Instagram. How come everybody else follows me except you?
Well, the page.
He's stuttering.
I can tell you lying from when you replying.
Hey, do you follow us? Ari?
I just did. You can check your Instagram right now.
I appreciate it.
Right. So you got that one.
But you could have left that off air though. You ain't had
Nah, put that shit out, nigga. You don't follow me on Instagram.
Right.
I guess if you're gonna send me a guitar, I definitely should follow you.
Dang, Rob, you asked in the tall order and don't even follow.
Guitars, but I don't think you get one now.
Well, Bruce and
I gotta think about it now.
Bruce and Banter follows it, so I had to go there and click follow.
Right, Rob. I give you that, Rob.
Hey,
He's double duties.
Yo, she petty.
Right. That's right. I'm gonna see her in these streets. I'm like, yeah, all right. The DMV ain't that far.
No, don't see me in these streets. Oh my god, I'm a punk. Like I'm all talk.
All talk.
I'm not gonna do nothing. I've never even been in a fight. Like I'm not gonna do nothing.
Oh no, I'm not fighting. What was that? Oh yeah. If you want to Shit, I forgot what I was doing.
I ain't the only one.
Following me on Instagram. That's what he was doing, y'all.
Right. I'm gonna follow. I got you. I got it.
Somebody said, "Thank you, Ari. You are fun." That was good.
Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun. I think this takes the cake. This is the best one.
Good. That's what we aim to do.
Clip that. Go ahead and clip that. Clip that, Rob.
I got it. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that on one of our things.
Yeah, we definitely gonna drop that.
Beyonce's and Obama's favorite guitarist says,
"Yo, you gotta chill. You gotta
chill." You know what? That means
you got to chill.
That means Beyonce, Jay-Z, and the Obamas think that we have the best podcast by proxy.
Right. 6 degrees of separation.
You're right.
1 degree of separation now.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah. She was in the room with them all at the same time when she said she liked the podcast.
There it is. So we definitely know we know Beyonce, Obamas, and the Obamas, and Jay-Z.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They've been on the podcast. They've been on the podcast.
When my nigga says some outlandish shit like that, I just reach my hand out and be like, "You're reaching, my nigga. Reaching."
Hey, I'm just. Hey, you gotta try. Hey,
right? Yeah.
I believe it. I believe what we just said.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. So
you can find. Now I remember what I was going to do. You can find Bruce and Banter podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube as well. Remember to smash that like button for sure.
Smash it.
The like button.
If you got Alexa or Amazon, you can say, "Alexa, play Brews and Banter," and we will definitely pop up because we are on Amazon Music. Definitely check out www.brewsandbanter and get that merch. Like there you go, right there.
Get it.
And I think that was it. Oh, if you want to follow me. It's Rob Stay Bruising.
Oh my goodness.
On the Instagrams.
On Instagram, because now if you want to follow me, tell
that's a great outro. What an outro.
Yo, play that outro music.
Yo, Ari, Mr. Muscle Bag.
My bad.
Take us home. Take us home.
Yeah.
Take us home.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been episode.
Thank you.
It's been episode 110 of Brews and Banter podcast. So we will go out with "Home" by the one and only Ari O'Neal.
Have a good week, everyone.
Or you don't get on them streamers and get that stream on. So right now, go to YouTube. Amazon.
He's still frazzled.
Apple Music, Spotify,
SoundCloud.
Can you still go to Tidal? You on Tidal?
Yeah.
You better be on Tidal.
That's
right.